Can a 2D game terrify you? Sounds hard to imagine, yet RPG Maker horror games are proof of it. Perhaps none better than The Crooked Man, where pixels carry fear, hiding heartbreak. Here's how it works. The Crooked Man is the story of David, a stranded and scarred man moving in an apartment that breathes unease through its cracked walls. A few days in, persisting, unnerving events will require answers. David will go down the rabbit hole to follow the trail of the apartment's previous tenant, Duke. However, wherever he goes, a shadow looms over his life, the Crooked Man. This journey will lead our protagonist through hurdles and mysteries, meeting similar tormented souls along the way. As curiosity turns into obsession, as a man looks for another as much as he looks for himself, a question lingers. Who is the Crooked Man? With that stage set, let's explore the form that allows that 2D horror magic to happen. The game's sound design is very simple. Gentle tracks for tender moments, a few tense pieces when pressure rises, but otherwise, silence. An unnerving silence. This simplicity is commonly used in RPG Maker horror games, for it effortlessly evokes a deep sense of isolation, and nothing makes it echo more than footsteps in silence. Being physically alone triggers a deep evolutionary need for safety. There's no one to watch your back, hence why this game insists on this feeling through its technical mediums. Because silence is a melody to complement visual loneliness. Look at the unchanging blank expressions of the character sprites, simple yet effective, for you to not find comfort in your character's eyes. You can even stop the game completely, graphics and sound, if you stop moving. It's a powerful emotional grip that the game has on you. But beware, do not let the stillness fool you. The other extreme is just as potent. Flashy images, jump scares, or incredibly unsettling graphics. It doesn't even need a lot of those. Just enough for the threat of it to stay by your side in your lonely nightmare. And what better threat to present to you than the monster himself? Viewer's discretion advised. I give to you The Crooked Man. Fight or flight, nothing in between. Why is this picture haunting? Because it looks like whatever it is was human once, and it clearly isn't anymore, and yet it's standing right in front of you. All of its design mirrors horror. He's grounded in certain humanity by his stance. He wears clothes, possesses arms or hairs, but his lack of eyes prevents you from reading its intentions, its humanity. Its bent neck reflects a fatal injury for anything that would be normal. You can also add to it the morbid color of his complexion. His fixed smile confirms it to you. This is not human. There's no reasoning, no pitying possible. There's blood. He's dangerous. Let's also not forget that you are the one to face him through your controls. For instance, every button pressed is a full movement. It's a whole tile crossed, no half measures, and the possibility of something happening. It contrasts those games with 3D horror, where the weight of your every control input is not as heavy. In tense situations, nervous gameplay can be required. The limitations of movement make every decision more tense. When the Crooked Man chases you, better not waste any tile movements, or you might be screwed. But stress is a lure. The real fright comes from the colder calms. As such, we shift to dialogues, to choices, to a narrative that will be set to scare you. To figure it out, allow me to present the brilliant narrative of the Crooked Man. Throughout his search, David meets a couple of broken hearts just like his. Sissy, a woman grieving her past relationship by looking for a memorial item. Dee, a school reject that was lied to and had to give up on his career dreams, and Fluffy, a kid coming to terms with the fact that his mother abandoned him. Each of these encounters is an introspection for David. His own relationship failed. He was rejected from pilot school for being colorblind, and he was also rejected by his mother due to dementia. Each time, a mirror. Each time, an opportunity to save someone else, if not himself. For that, the grotesque assaults of the crooked man must be repelled. And furthermore, the right choices must be made. Every character arc leads to a final choice. Thing is, the nature of the right choice is quite enigmatic. For Sissy, you need to tell her to hang on to her past relationship. For D, you need to tell him to give up on his dream. These choices feel potentially unhealthy. Why do they feel like they're oddly tailored to David? Those encounters are both a blessing and a curse. For us, it's a great relief from the all-swallowing solitude. Helping them is also opening the door on the hardest choices to make in David's life. But it's not crossing the door himself. Corridor after corridor, room after room, Duke feels so close, yet so far. And the crooked man remains right behind you until David reaches a breaking point. There it dawns on him. Who is the crooked man? For David, it's himself. His love life is crooked. His family is crooked. His dreams are crooked. Not a life worth living. And you see a shadow holding him, directing him like a puppet. Now it's your turn to think. Who is the crooked man? Is it really David? Was it solely an exploration of his broken psyche like Silent Hill? Or maybe a curse that falls on those whose lives shatter? And David would be at the terminal stage of this curse that we call depression. The only way to save him is to, weirdly enough, punch him to reason. As random as it is, it triggers something in David. Beyond the dreaded doorstep, he sees a hand reaching out. A friend. And he grabs it. He will let pilot school go, but he will not let his relationship sink further away from him. He will not let his mother die all alone. He will live. One struggle at a time, one day at a time, but he will live. But before order can be put back in his life, there's still a voice in the distance. Something is calling. Someone. The crooked man waits. David ends up finding an abandoned house, upside down. He gathers notes scattered in it, all from Duke, a recollection of his life. That's how David understands. His obsession, this connection between Duke and himself. Each encounters in the game felt like a mirror for David's wounds. But in the end, he learned that they were also fragments of Duke's broken psyche. Were they David's? Were they Duke's? Truth is, they were both. Two crooked men staring at each other through the same cracks, with vibrant hatred and an odd compassion. This is why the monster was so hostile. But enough is enough. It's time for David to put down the monster, to reach the heart imprisoned behind. After a final showdown, the crooked man disappears. David reaffirms his will to live, to love, and to help. And as he reaches the attic, the crooked man becomes an evidence. Duke can rest in peace now. Maybe this whole story was a Silent Hill nightmare in David's mind. Maybe it was all real. So many possible interpretations. But it is over now. A peaceful ending, still veiled in tragedy. And through this tragedy, the memory of this game will float into your mind. It's the sadness that keeps it to the surface, and the fear underneath that drowns you. Those traumatic themes and challenging negative emotions give life to the morbid face of the crooked man. Because in the end, the memory always resurfaces, and you're on your own to face it. We come full circle with this idea of isolation. There is nothing that we crave and fear at the same time more than connection. Yes, 2D games can be terrifying, and trust me, they can stay with you for a long while. David faced his crooked man, but you'll meet yours sooner or later. But anyway, that was it for me for today, and I will see you soon for another video. See you then.